Good over here. Let me just get you guys into place. Perfect. And this one's looking fabulous as well. Fun little winter scene we're going to do today. It's going to be fantastic. You guys already know. And because it's a Paint with Josh show, of course we're not ready. Why would we be ready? I thought we had paint on the palette. We don't. So, we're going to do a 3-color painting today. It's going to be very fun, very simple little painting. Anybody can do with no experience necessary. All you need are the right supplies, right? So let me tell you what I've done on my canvas so far. I have a 16-inch by 20-inch standard old canvas. You can get them in the multi-5 packs just like this one. I don't paint on the expensive ones all the time. I like to show you guys can do the exact same thing, get the exact same 5-pack canvas from Michael's, and you can be the same surface that we're painting on, right? Use the Bob Ross liquid white, just like this, liquid white, okay? We covered our entire canvas with a very, very thin coat. So if you see right there, right, very small amount of paint all over the canvas. Should have about the same small amount of paint, okay? Small little bit, small, small, small. Now, first things first, you gotta check in, tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite color, everybody? And then we're gonna go through the colors that we're gonna be using today. Our Prussian blue, our midnight black, and the titanium white, all from the Bob Ross set. And because we have our canvas nice and wet already, it's going to slide and blend across just as easily as you could imagine. Right? There's a big old honking cloud in there. I like it. I like it. Right now, same thing. Start from the bottom, so we have all that darkness down there, and by the time we reach the top, guess what'll happen? It starts to brighten its way up. Right? Same thing up here. That way you have dark, dark, and it goes into a lighter thing in the center, right? We'll grab our blue from the edge over here again, plop it down. Let's not have them touch, though. We don't have to have them touch all the time. I always like to finish the edges of my canvas, because whether or not you complete something on the side or whatever, at least it'll look done and finished around the edges. I've hung them on the stairs as you're walking down. You see all your brush slaps along the side, along the top, and it just looks silly. So just cover your canvas, at least with a little bit of color on the edge. Right here, we'll cut right through, bang, right in there. Now that's just with our blue. It's coming with a little touch of our black, just a little bit. Drop some up here. If it's too dark in a certain place, then move. Right? Don't stay there and let it get darker and darker and darker. Move to a new place, drop some of it down, and then let it blend in. Now, we can't necessarily blend it all with all this color still on the brush. Plus, Josh, gotta do the bottom section just a little bit, just so we have a little color down here. And that way it's not all one thing. I never like it to just be one thing. That's awful, right? Now, let's go clean our brush off. So, you guys gotta check in, tell me where you're watching from. What's your favorite sandwich? Let me know. I always get the comment, somebody will be watching the YouTube video and they'll be like, what's your favorite sandwich, Josh? Does anybody know the question to that answer? That's how dyslexic I am. Does anybody know the question to that answer? Exactly. It's exactly what I wanted to say. God, it's just getting worse as I get older, I think. What is my favorite sandwich? That's a good question, guys. Does anybody out there know my favorite sandwich? What is it, man? Watching from Cheshire, United Kingdom. I like it. I like it. Lisa's watching from the Florida Georgia line. Isn't that a band? Spicy Italian. That's exactly right. Cosmic knows my favorite sandwich is spicy Italian. Okay, we're gonna get out here with a clean, dry brush. We'll get into our white area first. And the more that we start brushing around, the more our white area will go bluey. Oh, bluey. Right? It doesn't have to be perfectly white. That's my whole point. Right? The more that we mix these colors down and down and down and down, the more soft your sky will get. Right? The more you crisscross, the more it will blend them together. Right? And then we can decide when we're finished blending our sky, and then leave it. Bang, just like that. Seriously. It's fantastic to me. Okay, now let's get out here with a few clouds. Just a couple old clouds in the sky. And if you're curious about the mural progress, The mural is now completed over on the, well, the small one anyway. So if you go to my Instagram page, you'll be able to see the picture of the completed mural. It's the very first thing on my Instagram. You just gotta go over there. You're gonna get up a lot of white paint, enough to do a tree with, right? We're out here making trees go. That's about as much white paint as we want to have. And let's just say, maybe, feel it. There's this thing right out here. Mush it. Full pressure. Bang. Push it. Pow. Collage. Just whatever we want to do. Literally, you want to make it a little taller, a little crazier, a little bigger and nastier. It's all up to us. Every time that we go to do one of these things is another chance for us to do it a bit different. Let's go clockwise strokes this time. Actually, no, let's go counterclockwise strokes. Counterclockwise, and every so often we can drag a couple little bits down underneath. The more that we mix this paint with the colors that are underneath, the more shadowy areas are going to start to form. All right? Not everything has to be just pure white. And watch this. Let's grab a little bit of darkness from the top, maybe from the bottom of our canvas. All right? Let's come in here and just wherever. Seriously, whatever you want to do. Come back in, mix it up. Pow! Right? And kind of cut through. You got a little shadow underneath. A little bit of something over here. Mix it up. Right? And we're using enough paint to have it stay bright, and we're also mixing it enough that it doesn't spin away into nothing. Right? You gotta leave some bright areas, some dark areas. And all of a sudden we got a little cloud out there in the sky, guys. Looking fantastic. So, anybody go over and check my Instagram and see that mural? It's really cool. It's really cool. Gracie, if you want to learn, we're also streaming over on YouTube as well. So head over there and check it out. Gonna get our two dark colors, right? We're only using 3 colors today. So our 2 dark colors, the blue and the black. Prussian blue, midnight black from the Bob Ross set, right? We're gonna mix these guys up. And should we try? Yeah, let's do a little guy. We'll toss in a little old mountain, just wherever. Just throw him up into the night. In the night. However you want him to look. A couple little things. We're only worried about the top edge. The bottom makes no difference, right? It doesn't matter what happens down there. Grab your old 1-inch brush, just like that. Come out here, start to slide this guy down. We'll come down this other way, just kind of meeting it in the center, creating this little ridge. All right, so you got some going down that way, some going down this way, and your brush will tell the story, guys. It'll tell the story of your mountains and how you want them to be, all based on your brush strokes, right? So if you were to pull upwards or sideways or straight, you know what I mean? It's going to make it look different. How do you want it to look? That's what we're here for. Now let's get a little bit of our white paint, a little bit of our blue paint, which looks black because it's so dark, but look at that. A little touch, both of those guys together, make it like a sky blue color. Gorgeous. All right, let me take a little bit of our plaque mix and dull it down just a touch. Bang, right there, okay? Now, wipe off our knife so it's nice and clean. Come back and get twice the amount of white that we grabbed. One little squeeb of that blue over here. And let's make a bit of white paint that's very, very bright. And only slightly tinted blue, right? Just a little slight little tint to it. That's gonna be our snow and shadows, right? Let's come and do our shadows. Maybe, I don't know, our sky, it looks like our light might be coming from this way. So let's come and do our shadows down the side. How do you want your little mountain chop to look, right? How many things are going down in one direction? Because on a little mountain like this, you would figure the light would be hitting one side. All the rest of the side might be into the shadows, right? Not every peak needs light and needs shadow if we're coming from this edge, right? Let's come in here, scrape up that white paint, just a little roll right on the end of the knife like that. Come up here, maybe just connect, and that is fantastic. Let it fall off the knife so lightly, right? We don't want to hear it contacting the canvas until there's nothing left. That's your indicator that you don't have enough paint left on the knife. Let's turn our knife this way. Kind of creep up just a couple little spiders in the night, right? The more pressure you push, the more you're gonna smush, okay? It's a very straight line right there. I'm not sure that I like that, little friend, so let's just cut it in half. Bang. Just a little bit. We don't have to cover the entire thing with white snowy highlights, okay? And most of this stuff ends up getting lost by the time that we get down there. Look at that simple little mountain. Nice and easy. Grab your 2-inch brush. Come from this side. Let's do our shadows first, right? Very flat. Not out here trying to brush it. Very flat against the canvas. Almost grazing our fingertips. Don't have to go all the way to the top. Same thing on this side. Start softening it. Soft, 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 soft. Very lightly touching. Oh, isn't it fantastic? Yeah, that's very cool. Now, we gotta go from that very soft touch, dabbed off my brush, to an extreme, right? Like we're just smashing the corner of the brush. Not the whole thing, just the corner. Up here, grabbing some of that color, dabbing it downwards, just like a clock. So we're coming to the, like 6 o'clock right here. We better be going straight down. Right, now we're coming back over to 5 and 4 and 3, and we're over to the side, and we can mist it all up. Now come back in. Hey, got yourself a little floating mountain in the night, wherever you want it to be. Right? Now we've got to have that same kind of mountain-esque mix up here. Let's take a little bit of that color. Just get my little peekers up in there. There, a little bit. Right on the edge. Don't want to have too much of a darkness. You got too much of a dark line, it doesn't look funny. It does look funny. It doesn't look right. There we go. Now, let's Let's pick up our darkness that we had back here before. And it may be enough, it may not, but we're only using these 2 colors, so we better be careful with how we set them out. We can't all have them look exactly the same. We do, we gotta have a lot of mist in between it. Now let's come in here. We make this misty area for a reason. So you can pop up in here with your faraway little treesies. Bang, right? Wherever you want them to be, just make sure they're different. Don't make them all the same height. Don't make them all the same length or whatever. You know what I mean? Don't have it all be like boop, down, boop. Like some areas will be a little bit lower. Maybe they got a little thing. Maybe it's up a little taller. And you can go back in and fill in all these little things. Just dabbing them down. Creating a faraway little forest, pushing away our mountain just about 1,000,000 miles. Right? Down over here, tapping them in. If you don't fill it in, that's what it looks like. Right? We don't want it to look like that. So I like giving myself like an idea. I go, okay, where am I going to go with these guys? Maybe we'll come down from over here. Then we can fill in the rest. Boom, 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 right? Wherever there's one that looks a little funky, sharpen up your brush again. Come back in, give it a nice little sharp little top. A little tippy-toppy. In the night. Right? Wherever you want it to be. Seriously, you don't have to do much more than that. Honestly, schmonestly. Bang, boom, pow. Right? Now, we'll come back to our 2-inch brush, which we haven't washed, haven't we done anything. We don't need to do anything. I'm a lazy old painter, just like Bob was. Right? I don't like to take the time to clean the brush if we don't have to. Right? All these colors are going to mix. We're only using 3 of them. Anyway, does anybody remember the 3 colors that we're using? Type it in the comments box right now. Type in what colors are we using for this painting right now. Anybody out there know? Anybody out there? Thank you, Epic Gold Cat. Appreciate you. Blue, black, and white. But do you know the specific blue, black, and white that we're using? Right? That's what I want you to answer. The blue, black, and white, right? They are Bob Ross colors. So what are the colors that we're using? Type it in the comments now. Right? And like I said before, with our mountain, we came back very lightly, did our snow, right? These guys, same thing, same pressure, light little thing. Into the most hardest pressure you can possibly imagine. Right? But again, just the top. We're not touching the bottom of the brush to the canvas. It's just that corner, top corner, right there. That little guy. Right? Tap it, tap it, tap it. Each time you tap, it makes it a little softer. So if you keep tapping at it, and keep tapping at it, and keep tapping at it, the more soft it will become. Right? Over here, over there. Again, you may not get it on your first 10 or 20 taps, but keep tapping, right? We're kind of going down a little bit. I'm not dragging, I'm not brushing it, right? Just tapping in until it stops. Boom, 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 boom. Only really saving about 1 inch to 2 inches of the tip tops of our trees. And that's it. Come in here, mix it up. All right, now we got a whole nother bit of fog at the bottom of these trees. Pushing our mountains into the distance, you guys. Isn't that fabulous? Goodness gracious. Titanium, white, Prussian blue, and midnight black. Gal with dimple. That's it. Those are the colors. John Parker knew them over here. Prussian blue, midnight black, titanium white. Bergs knew it as well. You guys, I'm sure other people knew it. I'm forgetting or missing. Let's see. Jennifer knew it. Oh, Lala SK9 knew it. I can't scroll up anymore. There's too many comments coming in. Man, you guys are amazing. Thank you for sharing the live and doing all that stuff. I hate having to ask, you know what I mean? So if you guys just do it without me having to ask, that's much easier on my anxiety. Okay, now let's decide. Ooh, guys, if we kind of shrink this just a little bit, right? Not really take out that white area, but just cover it a little bit with these horizontal strokes. Starting to look like water, isn't it? Doesn't it look like water? Just a little. We don't want to do too much. Too much pressure. Too many swipes. Swipes. Okay. Now, I'm seeing a river. From here, you can see this river bank. Cut across. Very shallow like. Right? Can I see it? Can I still see it? There we go. I gotta set it out and then I can step back and look. Yes, okay. Right there. So, first things first, I want to get a little touch of that dark color, right? Our two dark colors mixed together, Prussian blue and midnight black. It mixed into this little pile. We want the smallest little roll out here. Right? I'm going to come out here and just start jiggling it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Get a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower each time, each time, each time. Over here. See that? Just fabulous, right? Now, you can take a little bit extra and put it as we get closer to us and just have a little bit of extra roll. See how it's darker here, more chunky over here than it is over there? Because there's more paint right here, right? It kind of falls off. It's less and less and less and less and less as we go away. We do that for a reason, okay? Because as we start over here, same brush, haven't washed it, all that blue color still on there, just knock on the door, dab it on a towel. Yeah, hello, is somebody there? Let's grab this guy right here. Just try to get the bottom. Just the bottom of it and leave the top untouched. The more we go, the more we pull it down. Right? It gets darker as it gets closer to us, lighter as it gets further away into the distance. Okay, turn all those vertical streaks into horizontal streaks. Just like that. We didn't even have to paint any snow. And it already looks like a snowy bank on the other end of the river. You see? Do you see? Do you see it? Gosh, isn't that fabulous? I am Heath Ledger's Joker. I am. You want to know how I got these scars? Every time I try to do it, I don't sound like him. But apparently, a lot of people say that. It's probably one of the most... It used to be Deadpool, and then Deadpool got taken over by Heath Ledger's Joker, is the most commented thing on any one of my videos. It'd be like, when did the Joker pick up painting? Like, I swear to God. It's the only thing people can hear. I don't hear it, but whatever. If you guys hear it, then that's fine. Let's knock on the door again, beat our brush onto this paper towel, just dabbing it off, right? Still got that blue color, but there's not a lot on there, right? It's not overly bright. What we're gonna do is come into, let's grab this white right here, right? Again, we're trying to work on values here. So, even though we're using the same color, right? That is not the same color as this, which is not the same color as that, which is not the same color as this, which is not the same color as this. And as we go, you know what I mean? But it's all the same two colors. But because we have that liquid white on our canvas, that's what makes it happen. See how we got all that chunky, snowy white? Come down in here. As we get closer, let's get higher up like that. Right? Get further away, get more of a flat peel. Back in here, push a little harder on the brush, drop off a little bit more paint. Right? Just like that, got a little snowy embankment back in the night. In the night, wherever you want your land to live. Right? Oh. Ooh. That's looking fantastic, you guys. Look at that. Oh, shaving cream. That's amazing. We're using 3 colors. Come on. Tell me that's not cool with 3 colors. Seriously.
3 colors and what? 1, 2, 3, well, a 1-inch, a 2-inch, a fan brush, and a palette knife. So 4 tools, really. 3 colors, 4 tools. Look what you can do. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Lisa. The mural is fabulous. I appreciate that as well. Remind me of Jim Carrey. I get that a lot, too. I remind myself of Jim Carrey, actually. I do. I have watched, lots of movies. Jim Carrey's been around my whole life, basically. I was born in '85, and I think he started getting into movies in '85. And, everything. He's just, he's awesome. I don't know what else to say. Okay, let's grab a little bit of our liquid white, which we're going to need more of because I used it all last night. So, let me show you what we're going to do over here. Get out the old Petri dish. We call it the Petri dish because something must be living inside this thing by now, I would assume. It's very heavy, right? All it is an old lid to a liquid white jar, right? When you get a new jar, keep the old lid and then use it for your little thing, right? A little bit in there, whoop, just like that. Now we've got a little liquid white. It's very runny inside there. It's trying to go on us. But that stuff is our base coat for the canvas. Keeps everything very wet. And it works perfectly when we're trying to do water. So, absolutely vital to have. If you don't have it, linseed oil works as a replacement, but it's not as good. It's just not as good as the real thing. Very cool, though. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. So, if you like this painting, this is what I do for a living, right? This is what I do. I come up here and teach you how to paint for free. And I hope that somebody likes it enough to want it at their own house. And what you do is you go over to paintwithjosh.com. This painting is the very first thing you'll see is this painting, right? We didn't have a picture of it because we're painting it live. So it has like a purple and black thumbnail with me on it. But that's this painting, very first thing you come to on paintwithjosh.com. So, if you like all these free videos, you guys know the supplies are not free. Let's take a little bit of liquid white, drop these guys down in there. So, I do have more than just paintings on the shop as well, and I hate to have to say it all the time, but that's what I have to do. Let's get out with a little of that liquid white. Bang, right out there, right out there, right out there. Bang, little things, just jiggling it back and forth. All right, come over here and grab this guy. Make a few more little waves. Yep, further away, further away, further away. Last little things. Very cool. Very neat, you guys. I don't even think I want to put. I mean, we could. Ooh, we could put a big old sweatery frozen tree over here. We could do lots of stuff. Something happened right there. My palette must have hit the painting or something right there. Let's see if it did. Something hit the mount right there. I'm glad I saw that. Got it all fixed and taken care of now. All right, so let's see. You guys are amazing with the screen taps. By the way, it's Mindy's birthday. I almost forgot. And Cosmic reminded me right before the show, too. It's Mindy's birthday, guys. So say happy birthday to Mindy. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. She's a mega fan of Paint with Josh. Does lots of my tutorials, takes my virtual classes because she lives very far away from me. And I appreciate her, so give her a happy birthday, thing. A theme, just, a comment, something. Say happy birthday to her. It'd be very sweet. Okay, let's come over here. We're going to need to mix up a bit more of our darkness. The blue and the black, right? This is blue, this is black. Come over here and mix it up together. It's the same 2 colors we've been working with this whole time. All right, so now that we got that color down there, we're going to come over here, load up our fan brush again, zippity-doo, right into the poo over there, and down over here. That's right. Let's go over, if I know I'm going to put something big right here in the front, right, because it's just screaming for it. It's like, hey, I'm the closest part, so we need something right here, right there on our canvas, right? Right in the front. So that means we need to push something else back over here. What's going to be back here? God, right in the best part of my forest, too. Really? right in front of the best trees, really, right there. Drop it straight down. Boom! How far do you want to come down? Totally up to you. Turn your brush on the side like this. Not straight up and down. Angle it back a little bit, right? We're not straight up and down. We're whoop, angled back so the corner hits it first. All right, as we go down, push in more to make a bigger shape. It's starting to get bigger, bigger, bigger. The more we go down, the more we push in. Right? But you gotta have that texture on your tree or on your brush. Otherwise, your tree it's just not gonna look right. You gotta have that textury stuff. The more that you project outwards, right, the more bushy and crazy boy your tree is gonna be. Right now, we can come back in here and grab up a little bit of that color, and then take the white and slide it back up into the tree, sealing it in. Right, this is actually, wrong way. Wrong way, hold on, our shadows are going this way, so take that brush and that color and push it that way. And then we'll kind of push our white back up into this guy, sealing it into the tree. Into the snow, whatever. We're pineapples in the rose over here. It's so bad. Over here, a little bit more of our white. Now, bang, at this little ridge against that shadow. The snow's blowing up underneath our fat little pine tree right there. Oh, he's fantastic. Just gets to sit out there and live and watch the water go by, watch the clouds pass. Okay, now, should we get a little friend? Oh, I love that shadow so much, and I love being able, I hate when you push stuff all the way to the side, right? I like to have a little bit of room to be able to walk around that tree. And his shadow is so good. All right, let's sneak a little, just a little guy. All right, you know what? Let's get a little guy even further back. Got to go above your trees, though. Right there. Little thing in the night. Right, come back in remembering he's further away. It's not just a smaller tree. Could be the same size. Could be bigger. But he's much further into the distance. So his butt doesn't get to come down as far, okay? Now, we know that if we come up here, and we start pulling this guy out to the side, the higher we pull it up, the higher our land is, right? This guy, we can tell, closer up. So, even if this guy is a little lower back here, not gonna be too bad. Take his shadow, slide it off into the night, right? Seal him back up, and if we have to, come back in, pop a little bit of white in there. Drop down a whole nother little ridgery. Thank you guys, appreciate that. Appreciate ya. I'm gonna take some of this darkness and slide it back and just kind of feed that, blend it in a little bit, back and forth. See how I'm doing my brush too? Like a little valley lives inside there. Thank you, I appreciate ya. You're amazing. Thank you for the gifts, I love you guys. All right, again. Come on, grab our ridge, make sure we got enough paint on the brush. There it is. Boom, guys. That's cool looking. I like it. All right. Now, we're going to need to mix up more paint. Actually, no, let's do our highlights. Let's get down on these highlights just real quick. I'm going to bring my land a little closer down here. There. Yeah. Right down on top of that little shadowy area. Very cool. Okay. Let's mix up an enormous, no, like I said, we're going to do the highlights. What are you doing, Josh? You're going crazy, my buddy. A little bit of my liquid white on the end of a very small brush over into our blue first, right? Doesn't need to be supremely dark blue, right? The liquid white is going to help brighten up its color. And it's not about the color, it's about the consistency of the paint. Is the paint wet enough for it to deposit off of the brush with ease, right? If it's not coming off of your brush with ease, with the smallest little tip-tappity chip-chappies, right? Then your mixture is off. Go back and change your mix-up, right? Now, you can't hit everywhere on the brush. You're only going to contact the corners that are facing towards the tree, and the other two won't even be touched. Don't try to force it in there. Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Come over here. Again, let's tap on. Let's give it a couple little whoops. Just a thing. Stay on the outside first. Smacking in little pockets of blue. Right, now we can come over here and deposit a few more little bits. Pop, 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 pop. Not even halfway down the tree, right? Doesn't even have to cover. You're not supposed to cover it.
You don't want the blue to cover the black mix. It's just not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be pockets in between. That's where your depth comes from. A little bit more liquid white on a freshly clean brush over into my titanium white pile. A little bit. All right, we'll come over here. This time, bang, just like that. See how the white is brighter than the white back here? Brings it closer. That's why you have to dull that blue or that white with the blue back there. Couple little taps, little chips, little chaps, and very lightly kind of mix them together in the centery area. Boom! Guys, look at that. I mean, it's a trick of the mind. How white and blue over black can make a tree. Isn't it literally insane? It's quite honestly insane how that goes, right? Broom, I love you, appreciate you. Seriously, we only used a little bit. Maybe we could get some to come off of this guy, but I doubt we could get the whole tree. Again, staying along the outside first, so your bright stays bright. Then we work our way back. A couple little things over into that shadowy section, right? Now we don't have enough white left on the brush, so we gotta wipe our brush off, go back, get some liquid white, back into the titanium white, and then start at the top up here because your brush will be nice and full and bright and super. You know what I mean? That way they'll want to come off on the right side, leaving little pockets of dark in between them. In between them, right? Little pockets of darkness. Oh, it's fantastic. Now, if you get too much white over your bluey side, it's okay. Back over it. Little bluers. Woo! You guys, isn't that amazing? I mean, seriously. How easy is that? One little spot. Oh, can't have any holes in my Christmas tree. Not according to my mom. Oh. You guys' mom like that, or was it just me? Like, many times. I could have done it 6 times already. And my mom would be like, Josh, we gotta spin the tree. Then grab the tree, spin it, because there's a hole right there. And instead of filling the hole with like an ornament, you have to turn the tree around and face the hole towards the back of the wall. Anybody else's mom like that, or is it just me? Glitterwicks! Glitterwicks in the building. Man, look at that little shine on the water, you guys. That's fantastic. Goodness gracious. Goodness sake. I'm gonna just move you guys in just a little. There we go. That's how it was supposed to be the whole time. I think I got swindled there a little bit. Fabulous. All right, look at those trees, though. That's amazing. Boom, 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 you guys. Okay, so now we've got to go mix up the rest of our dark color. Be sure to give Glitterwicks a follow. And I think tomorrow I'm going to be helping her pour like tons and tons of stock for our new store, which we're in, by the way. Did you know that we got a new store? We did have a store, right? But now this one is right out on the front of the road. It's much bigger, much nicer, and already muraled all the walls in here. It's fabulous, right? So be sure to give Glitterwicks a follow and check out glitterwicks.com because she's got candles and wax melts and all sorts of your favorite stuff. We're gonna go from top to bottom on this guy. So here's your big old "Am I brave enough?" test right here, right? With this big nastiness. Full brush. Wiggle it. Bang. Filling in. Fill it. Fill it. Drop it down. I never like a tree to just be all straight, so I give it a little wiggle. I give it a little wiggle. Whoop, little bump, little thing, whatever we want it to be. And we can darken it, we can make it as big as we want, we can do whatever we want to do. And if we keep coming all the way down into the darkness, right up here, then we'll be in front of everything else that's in our painting, right? Again, doesn't have to be like a wiggly thing, but it doesn't have to be perfectly straight either. Every so often, give it a little bump out to the side, boop, something like that. Now, if you're like this and you got lots of lights in your room, it's gonna look sort of shiny, I would imagine. Oh yeah, it's very shiny on our screen, right? Now, in order for it to look close, It needs to be dark. Now, the only reason that I'm pulling over to the side like this is to make it dark for the camera. For whatever reason, the lights, when I pull straight down, leave a glare for you guys. You want it, there you go, as dark as physically possible in front of everything else, right? That's where you want to be, guys. Revenant, exactly. Exactly. That's where they're literally about to pop out. Right after Leo DiCaprio got attacked by a bear. Bang. In the night. In the night of winter. There we go. Now, since we have all this excess darkness, since we made a bit too much, right? The brush is nice and hard since we haven't painted with it in a while. Let's scoop up as much of this darkness as we can. Literally trying to get it all off of the palette and onto the brush, and then come down here and just go buck wild. Push! Just wherever you want it to be. Covering over everything else. A little bit of bleeding our little room, our little bit of water back there. That bright area is exactly where your eye is going to go when you're looking at the painting. It's going to be wicked neat. Wicked neat, you guys. Wow. Little thing right there. Just a couple little bits in the night. Okay, now let's grab our liner brush. We're going to come over here. We're going to come into, we don't have any more plaque mixed up. So let's mix a little bit more of that blue and black together, just a little bit. We don't need much because all we need it for is a few little branches. So be sure if you're into candles or if your house smells like a cheater, get yourself a candle with some glitter. You got to. You got to get it from Glitterwix. Like I said, she's in the building right now. Pop one off the other way too. Not every little branch comes down. Right? I mean, that guy's going up. We got a bigger one over here. We got another guy. He's all jaggedy and crazy looking coming down over here. Right? So I know your house ain't smelling the best all the time. So get over to glitterwix.com and grab yourself a candle with some glitter. I'm telling you, a little bit more of my odorless mineral spirits. That's our brush cleaner. It's what we put in here to make it supremely runny and wet. Right? We can cut through whatever we want out here. I think I can make this guy a little thicker. Bang. Right there, wherever it's thickest. It's gotta be thicker on the tree as well. Kind of filling in those little spaces. Break it off. Bang. Go onto that side. Get this big old branch. Branch, my man. In the night. Pop one out that way. This off that side. Bink. Going there. Bang. Going there. Right? And all these things that you never even knew existed, you guys. This guy a little bigger too. Pop, 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 pop. Fabulous. Again, we are in control of how big they are, how many little branches get to come off of it, cut through things, how far they get to go outward, how many little extensions and things that come off, right? We're in control of all of that. So, however you want yours to look is exactly how it's going to look. And guys, I'm going to need you to start coming up with a title for this painting because we're almost done. And I wanted to incentivize you one time here. If you grab this painting from this moment henceforth, it'll come with a free Paint with Josh hat in the bluey teal color, right? And I'll even sign it for you if you want. But you got to grab this painting during the live show, and it'll come with this hat, which we can't physically get it to stay up here. There, oh, right there. Bang, right? You want that? Let's come over here and wash out all these brushes that we have, because we don't need any more of this nonsense. All that dark color. We will brighten up everything with our highlights. So take a second to check in. Tell me where you're watching from. Just what your favorite sandwich is. And if you don't know, what's my favorite sandwich? What is my favorite sandwich? Type it in now. Like I said, if you get this painting, I'll throw in a free hat in the packaging. Brand new. I'll even sign it for you if you want. But we gotta let this painting find a new owner, or a new home, if that's gonna be the case. There we go. If you just like the hats, you can go find those on paintwithjosh.com as well. Got a multicolors, right? Yellow one on, we got blue, orange, purple, white, black, green, red, every color you can imagine. Literally. Every color under the sun. Man. Okay, guys. Now, if you want to see the brand new studio that we're in, you can watch last night's stream over on YouTube. Hello, shoot! As I just heard it go off. Where's my iPad at? Where's the old pad? Oh, it's plugged in. All right, let's see. What happened over here, guys? What done uh-oh, somebody got this painting. Somebody got it, which means they're getting a new signed hat as well. Mindy got it for her birthday. Mindy. Mindy, do you want me to sign the hat for you? I can. Or I can ship it to you brand new, spanking, untouched in the packaging, if you want. So guys, by the way, if you're just tuning in, it's Mindy's birthday today, so happy birthday, Mindy. Appreciate it. She just got this painting for her birthday present, I assume. And it's fantastic, you guys. A little touch of my thinner before we clean up this pile, before I clean this brush. Let's throw the old bird's signature in there real quick. Let's go. Caca. Bang, flying through the night. Goodness, love that. I like that, you guys. Yes. Okay, let's see what we can do with these trees. Trying to get the old sweater tree going. I got one more brush to clean, so give me 1 second. You guys got to start coming up with a title for Mindy's painting since she grabbed it during the live show. She gets to pick the title. Let's see it. Happy birthday to me! Very cool, very cool. Oh man, I love these blue wintry ones. You guys know me. You know me. The very first painting I ever did was a blue wintry painting. And then ever since then, it's like whenever I have a block or like an artist block or whatever, I'll go to that blue and white and do a, you know, since I can't remember the last time we did a mountain scene in blue and white. And I was like, you know what, it's been way too long since we did a wintry scene. Out pops a wintry scene. And they're always very popular in the store. They usually will go. Like, out of everything that I paint, seascapes are my favorite, and I paint them a lot, which is probably why they sell the most, right? Second thing though, mountain, winter scenes. I love them. I love them. I can't get away. Can't get away. Okay, where's my Paint with Josh brush set? The new one. Okay. Crack this open. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen the Paint with Josh brush kit, this is what it looks like. This is a 16 by 20 inch canvas, which will give you an idea on the size of the box. Right? It's a very nice box. Very gorgeous brush set. You can find these on Craft Ammo's website, so CraftAmmo.com, obviously. Why am I getting the knife? I don't need the knife. And you gotta, once you get over there, just search for Paint with Josh. Like, all you gotta type in the word paint, and it'll pull up my brushes. But Paint with Josh brush kit, craftammo.com. Head over there, find it. You guys already know. Now we have to, our light coming from this side, we gotta put our white highlights on the one side, we gotta do our blue highlights on the other side. So let's get some of that going. Okay, I need a little bit of my blue, a little bit of white. Okay, just to make up like a shadowy bluey color, but we want this one to be a bit darker than the one before, which is why I mix it in the same pile so you can see it go a bit darker. Okay? I'm gonna take my blue shadowy bits. We're gonna start piping them up the back of the tree. Back middle, anyway. Back middle, just tapping and moving forward. Right? Tap, 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 tap. Little things. Right? Tap, 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 tap. Right next to them. Right? If they end up touching together, that's okay. That's okay. Just don't have them touch together everywhere. Right? Try to get them to split where you got a little ridge in between there. Right? Little splits are gonna help us. Edge if you want. If you don't like doing it like this, turn your knife over this way and tap in. Pop, pop, pop. We're not dragging. We're not trying to make it break like we do on the mountain. We're just mushing it and pulling it away. That will give you a lot of texture that you'll be able to feel after the painting's all dry. Don't touch it while it's wet. On some of these bigger branches, I'm going to pipe in a little bit of that blue underneath. Bottom bit right there. Then we'll go over the top of it with the white, and that'll make it look really, really nice. Yeah. Now, not all of these have to have your palette knife highlight, right? You can do it with a brush. I just figure since I got the knife in my hand, and we're right here anyway, we could do it. Just like that. Little things. Don't have to cover up all the dark. Don't want to do too much. Come in here, since there's already a little touch of that blue, try to scrape that thing away. You can still see there's blue here. That's okay. I don't need it to be pure white. I just didn't want it to be that much blue. It would kind of turn into this same blue. Now we mix it up. You can see the difference between the blue that was there and the new white. Well, the white that was there and the new white. Come over here. Let's start tapping. Watch this. I'll do a little patch, right? So you can kind of see what that tree bark is going to look like. Boom! Oh man! That is fantastic, my friends. Little taps. Don't need it to be perfect. Don't have to have it be everywhere. Doesn't have to be super chunktified. If it is, you're going to have lots of texture, right? For your tree barkness. If it's not so textury, it probably won't be as bright either. Catching a lot of light right up there at the top. And the more we go down, the more we're kind of brightening up these little branches out towards the edge. Don't have to get all the way around the edge. Right? You can leave a little spot of dark line out there. You can. It's allowed. You can do it. Right? Let's come down here. Just kind of tapping on there. Now, if your brush or your paint won't adhere to those very wet branches, that's okay, right? You're gonna go do it with your brush, with your fan brush. A little bit on this guy. Boop, boop. Right, down like this little friend. Little chip taps and chip chaps and little things, right? We don't need everywhere to be so perfect. They don't all have to connect. That's always been my biggest thing. Please don't make them all connect. Right? If they're all too bright or too white, nothing is going to make any sense. Right? They need to have some disconnections in there. And then we need to go into our shadowy side in some of these areas, right? We don't want just a pure line of white or shadow. So, every so often, creep over into, just like that, into the tree, into the night. Very cute, guys. I like it. Right out here, but not all the way to the edge. I want to leave a little spot of that original dark color. You have to touch it all the way. Guys, fabulous. Ah, you guys. How about a little bit of that guy? A little touch. Our little friend over here. Woo. Popping out in different directions, different ways. Not everything has to be so stinking bright. Right? If it is a bit too dark, maybe put a little bit of blue under there. Little touch, little things, guys. Oh, fabulous. Okay, now let's get out here and let's clean up some things. All this paint, all that nastiness. Have you guys come up with a title already for Mindy's painting? If so, type it into the comments and let me know what it is. And what I'm going to do is grab my liquid white, a little bit of it onto my bushy brush, the Paint with Josh round brush, and go right into the pile of blue so it turns it very wet and it brightens it up just a little. Right? Again, off the back side. If you're at the bottom of your canvas and you don't know which side to go off the bottom. The bottom bits, little baby bits of blue down there, right? Not everything has to be gorgeously covered or all blue. You need to leave some of the darkness there. You already know. Clean off the old bushy brush. We're gonna go back and load it with our liquid white again. Once we do that, we're gonna wanna have a very, very light touch. And you can see, I try to get it way up onto the top of the brush. I'm trying to load it
So it's just getting those couple bristles in, just like that. Boop, boop, boop. That way, even if I push too hard now, or try to cover too much of a thing, what the hell? What is that? I saw it earlier and I meant to go back and push it out. There we go. And what are you doing over here with no highlight, mister? You guys, both of yous. Both of yous need a little highlight over here. Come from the middle of the tree. Out. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Okay. Again, angling the brush. So we're only hitting the top side that has the paints. I'm gonna start working in these bushes in kind of sequence, right? We're not all just going over the entire thing with white. Okay, we have to come down and keep some separation in between them. Okay, doesn't have to be all dark or vice versa, all bright, but we do need to have something in between that. So you got all your brightness right up there. A little bit of difference in between there. Don't let all your bright go down to the bottom. Not everything is going to be so supremely bright and gorgeous out there. Up into this guy over here. A few little things. A few little bits in the night. Now, my favorite, absolute favorite part of doing these winter scenes on a white canvas is the ability to come in here and just scrape in so many little sticks and twigs and branches and all sorts of stuff just into the darkness, the dark section. Again, there are tons of little bits that are holding up all those bits of flowers. Oh man, that's fantastic, you guys. I like the brightness on this guy. There he is. Ooh, he's crazy. Okay, I got what, 1 or 2 brushes to clean up. And then we're going to be looking for that title from the birthday girl, Mindy. So if you haven't said happy birthday, what's wrong with you? Tell her happy birthday. Okay. Here and over there. Cut out the fan brush, we were going to do sweatery trees, and then we went full ham on it and did not do any sweatery trees. Just full crazy texture. So, put that little brush back. Get back inside there, little buddy. Little bud. This one doesn't have enough paint on it to require a full cleaning. Alright. If the birthday girl wants, then I will show you guys the mural if you stick around till the end of the show. But we have to get a verbal confirmation from Mindy if she would want you guys to be able to see the new studio. I assume she was here yesterday when we showed the studio to everybody. Bink, bink, bink. Okay, do we have a title? Do we want them to see the new studio? It's all up to Mindy. She is the decider. Oops. The oneth who decideth the future. I need more paper towels. Always need more paper towels. Call it Cold Mountain. Oh, it's just so frozen. Yes, show the studio and the mural. Okay. Newborn Snow. That's a cool title right there. Newborn Snow. The snow. How did those marks get back in there? What? What the frick? Did I hit it again when I was doing something else? You must have, man. Okay. That guy. Let's get him cleaned up. Right down. Rest of this stuff. There we go. Okay. So, what do we come up with for a title? Mindy's Birthday Blue Happy Mountain. That's a title right there. Yes, Ray. Thank you. I noticed that, and then I noticed it before, and then it came out again.
Don't happen to me again. I can never put the brush down. That's my one downfall. I don't put the brushes down.
There we go. Am I back on tonight? I might. You know what? It is Saturday. Is it Saturday? We may come back on. We may come back on. Boom, boom, boom. Polar Eclipse. I like that. Mindy's Blue Wonderland. Wintry Bliss. That's a cool one. What's up, Mario? Can't see the forest for the freeze instead of the trees. That's a cool title. That's cool. Can't see the forest for the freeze. Let's party, Josh. It's Saturday. All right.
It's Saturday. It's still early. There's no need. Can't do a painting without finger painting one little spot of it. Okay, so what do we got for a title, Misty?
Misty. We got the title. Painting with Spencer. Josh Ross. It was close. My grandpa was Bob Ross's cousin, but I was like one offshoot of the Ross name away, man. Would've been cool. The Dead of Winter. That's cool too. Birthday Blizzard Blues.
That's a cool title. That's the one she's going with. Birthday Blizzard Blues by Scotty O, apparently. Was the guy who suggested that title. So, boom, bang, boom. Flip this guy around. There you go. Easy, Chief. There. Okay. Come over here. Number 1744, the year that Columbus fell on the floor, baby. What are we calling it again?
I forget. Birthday Blizzard
Blues. How can we forget that? Birthday Blizzard. I almost put that. Blizzard Blues. Dig it, paint it on 3/15 of 2024. We're all going to go to paintwithjosh.com because it's like the bestest place ever. Don't you agree? Very cool. Very cute, guys. Okay, now I gotta finish the top of this guy real quick. So while I have it here, we'll fix the top image. Just blend this sucker just a little without hitting our tree. That would be bad. That would be bad, guys. Now at least we got some color on this corner. Here we go. Boom, bang, boom, my friends. There's lots of texture in here, Mindy. It might take a couple days to dry extra than usual, but we're going to get it dry as fast as we can. I no longer have the dry room since we moved locations and we're now in the new studio. We don't have a dry room specifically, but I do have a place where the paintings hang to dry, and then we'll get it all shipped out to you nice and safely wrapped up. Just like the 1,000, I probably mailed 1,200 paintings, like not even kidding, like sent out 1,200 paintings is my guess. Because we painted about 17, it's probably actually more. It's probably shipped out like 1,500 or 1,600 paintings, and then donated probably 100 or whatever. Had them, in person sale or whatever. But that's a lot. That's a lot of paintings. I do have a video on my YouTube page. I have a how-to playlist, and how to package your painting that you've sold is on there. And pretty cool video. Show you how to bend the box the right way, and then you can save on the shipping costs. Cool. Okay, so
Mindy picked a title. We're going to do the light party. I don't know how. Call me Lex 555. Signed it 24. Okay, hang on. Hold please.
Don't go anywhere, Lex. Lex, look, Lex, look. Just listen, look, listen, look. right? We put the right thing on there, but it's my dyslexia and it's Murphy's Law, Lex. I just want to have a conversation with Lex, just real fast, okay? I'm not mad at you, Lex. Don't. But I got to go on the other side of the camera so I can talk to you and see your replies, okay? So, have you ever heard of Murphy's Law, Lex? Because that's me, right? No, I might have said that. I might have said 24. No, don't apologize. I might have said 24, but it's my dyslexia, which tends to hit really hard when we're doing the live show. And it's Murphy's Law. You know what Murphy's Law is, right? That law that says, like, if something can happen, it will happen. You've heard of that. Everyone's heard that, right? So I just need verbal confirmation, whether or not you've heard of Murphy's Law before. Call me Lex 555. I hope everybody follows Call me Lex 555 too. I hope so. Shits and Giggles. That's a cool screen name. Their screen name is literally Shits and Giggles. That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Call me Lex, Shits and Giggles. You guys have heard of Murphy's Law before, right? Right? I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Right? I need a yes or no. Murphy's Law is, if it can happen, it will happen. So if I am going to mess up, of course I'm going to mess up in front of you guys and hundreds of people versus messing up by myself, right? You've heard of it. Connie Shaw says yes. Okay. Maddie says she's heard of Murphy's Law. Okay, perfect, right? At least I have some people that want to type to me and have a conversation. Thank you for that, okay? So I'm going to ask you guys, Maddie, and I forget, I'm terrible with names. I'll see it when I go back on the other side of the camera. I'm going to ask you guys, have you ever heard of this guy named Cole? He also wrote a law. It's kind of like Murphy's Law, but it's much more to do with art, and it's much less well known. So if you haven't heard of it, then I'd say I can tell you what it is. I hadn't heard of it either when I first started. So, Murphy's Law, yes. Okay, cool. Right? Have you guys ever heard of this other guy? Right? Connie says no. Maddie says I have heard of it. Okay, so Connie Shaw, 8910, 8910. Who's that? Ariel says you haven't. Shits and Giggles has been here before. Okay, so, right? You guys have not heard, I thought it was more popular than that. You haven't heard of Cole's Law? I mean, I knew it was kind of obscure, but it's like cabbage and mayonnaise and carrots. It's awful stuff. I don't eat it. It's terrible. It's nasty. It's like wet and soggy and cold and it's foul. But I thought more people have heard of Cole's Law. Sorry? Slaw? Apparently I'm saying it wrong. It's coleslaw. Different thing. Did I get you? Did I get you with that joke? Did I? Did I get you? If I got you with the joke, please just raise your hand. That's all we need you to do. Just put up a little hand emoji thing, right? Just a little hand emoji. Yes, Connie, I got you. Right? Unfortunately, I'm not wearing the Cole's Law shirt. I'm wearing the In the Night shirt tonight. But I do have a shirt for specifically you. If you fell for the joke, then you have to go to paintwithjosh.com, type in coleslaw, and 2 shirts will pop up. You have to choose one of them, put them in your cart, and check out. It is by Cole's Law that you have to do it, by law. Okay? If you fell for the joke, get over to paintwithjosh.com and follow those instructions. Put the coleslaw shirt in your cart, check out. You have to. It's the law. You fell for the joke, you gotta do it. It'll only cost you $20, and you'll never fall for the joke ever again. Just like that. Okay, you guys have been amazing. I love yous all. I'm going to end the TikTok, end the YouTube and the I'm not doing a Facebook stream. So I'm just going to end the YouTube stream. Yeah, you know what? Let's not even. Let's just keep it going. And we'll do the light party, right? We got to do the light party. So, guys. Mindy, by the way, this is your Spinny Winnie Wheel gift. I just want you to know that, by the way. We'll do the light party. So if you are sensitive to light, right, then turn your phone away. Don't look at the screen. Don't. I'm telling you now, it's going to flash crazy with different colors, right? If you're going to stay for the light party, please type in the words, I'm ready. Even if we're not live and you're watching this video in the future on YouTube, type in the words, I'm ready, and then we'll hit you with the light party. Okay, so we're going to start it. The countdown is much longer now. It's not a 3, 2, 1 anymore because it's so much further away. Thank you, Ariel. I appreciate it. What's the name? Ariel the Time Lord Lesbian. That is a screen name. Okay, we're going to do the countdown in 5, 4, light party coming in 3, 2, 1.
for you the most? What's going crazy on your screen? It's not as vibrant on a white canvas, but tell me what's flashing for you, right? Where is it flashing the most? What's catching your eye? As the light party now comes to a conclusion, the lights are all back to normal. You may look at your screens without fear of flashiness. Very cool. Very cool. Not a black light, but these little guys, what we do is they flash, they change colors. You can have them rotate very slowly, or you can have them rotate very quickly. And as it flashes, the painting, different things happen in the night. In the night. The tiny tree was catching your eye. That's cool. That's cool, guys. Well, this one's wicked. The tree in the middle. I feel ya. I feel ya. I like that big branch coming across that tree. I like it. I like it. So, Mindy, do you love Mac the Light? Do you love your painting, Miss Mindy, the birthday gal? It's your birthday and you'll paint if you want to. I'm not gonna sing the whole song. You would paint too if it was your birthday too. Yeah. No? Alright, maybe that one's not gonna be a mega hit, but going off the top of my head, guys, come on. Come on. Bring it all set up for our next painting too. While we're here, we might as well throw it down. You know what we can do that we haven't done in a while? See if I can get close enough. This is dangerous. Juggle with Josh. Oh man, that almost hit the painting. Woo! That was close. It did hit the. Nope, those are old paint marks. There we go. Man, stop going so close over there. Why am I? There we go. There we go. There we go. It takes a minute to reset your brain, but hey, juggle with Josh right in front of a wet painting. I bet you would never do this in your wildest hosh. Woo! Got it. Okay. Yeah, you guys have been amazing. I'm gonna end the YouTube stream, and then that way I'll be able to flip the TikTok camera around, and then we'll come back and we'll do another video later on tonight, maybe at about 7 to 7:30 on the West Coast, 10 to 10:30 on the East Coast. But yeah, YouTube guys, I can't wait to see your version of this painting. Please send it in to paintwithjosh.com, and until I don't do that. Don't do that. Please send it in to facebook.com/officialpaintwithjosh or instagram.com/paintwithjoshk. And until I see you guys again next time, take care. Have the rest of a good day, and blah, bow, boosh, guys.